Welcome everybody. My name is Dieter Rehberg. I'm now in Vienna. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. It's already dark and rainy outside. And I'm very excited. I watched quite a bit of the day, of the sessions, and resonated with me. And it feels like my community is finally coming into my practice in Vienna, which is really great. Because when I joined 20 years ago, ISMETA was very far away. And now through our new technical possibilities, we can share and we can be a community, which is great. And as Bonnie said in the video, we all somehow want to find the wisdom of the inner movement, but we all have different methods and different takes how to do that. And I consider myself like the fourth generation of doing that. So I have a lot of different influences. And so 25 years ago, I felt the need, I have to organize in a way that it feels self. And I also wanted a method that is easy to do, that works fast, and that is individually adaptable, and it's safe and sustainable. So with all the knowledge I had, I came up that I should use principles and keystones to define my method, and also to find words for it, to make it teachable and researchable. So one of my main keystone principle is what I call the somatic dialogue, which is that we are listening to our body in a way that the inner wisdom and the inner movement is starting in a helpful and healing way. So how do we do that? We do that in a way that our listening, our sensing is done in a certain quality. So perception and sensing can be done in a quality which comes from Buddhist psychology. You will be familiar with mindfulness, but mindfulness is only one of 53 mind factors, of 53 possible qualities in Buddhist psychology. And there are quite a bunch that are for helpful and healing development. And then there are those that are not helpful and healing. So what we try to do is to sense ourselves mindfully, compassionately, trustfully, not trying to be attached, knowing that everything is changing all the time, and knowing that we are connected to everything, which is already quite a lot, but it's not all of this helpful and healing qualities. So we will sense ourselves in that way, or we help students and clients to sense in that way. And then we are listening to the answer from within, to this inner movement from within. And this movement we support and let be expressed. And in the end, we also try to find words. So I was really resonating with the poems and that people were writing out of their experience. So that's what we will also do at the end. So in the end, I will invite you to write a 5-word poem or a poetic list and put it in the chat based on the experience that I will guide you through. So the coaching that is one of the disciplines in my method, is really based on this somatic dialogue, on this question and answer. And it's an easy step-by-step approach that's easy to do with people. It's also easy to teach. And it also works online. So that's why I will go with you through 1, 2, or even 3 rounds of self-coaching. So prepare yourself to move. It's also good to switch on your video so that we have the feeling we move as a group. I will share some music in the background that helps our movement. So I will share. And so give me a thumbs up if you hear some piano in the background. Yes, good. And I have to change my camera a little bit so that you also see me when I'm standing. Good. So then please stand up and start walking through your room and look around and breathe and sigh and yawn. You are not hurt, so you can use your voice in all kinds of ways. So looking around, we try some qualities of perception. So can you perceive everything that you see mindfully and compassionately? In addition to the usual, I should clean up here or I should do work here, can you perceive your space mindfully and compassionately? Going into details, seeing the light, seeing structures. How beautiful is that? We can intentionally change our perception. And now walk backwards and notice what this does to your perception. Usually the perception is changing. So you can notice, this is a different quality of perception when I walk backwards. And can you also perceive mindfully and compassionately what you see now? Still breathe and sigh and yawn. And then stretch out your arms and sense your room with your body. So how wide are you? How tall are you? Where are the walls? How can your body perceive this space? And is it a safe space? Or do you need to make it a safe space? A space where you can live in. And then in standing, bring your attention to your own body and start to stretch out or to fold in. And repeat stretching out and folding in. Bring your attention to the space inside your body. Hello, body. What is on the inside? And now also perceive that mindfully and compassionately. Maybe there are some pains or something feels really good. Can you all of that perceive mindfully and compassionately, trusting your body, knowing that every sensation is changing into the next moment and that your whole body is connected, that every movement changes all the sensations. Good. So we got some contact with our body. And then we will ask our body. So from a balanced position, maybe you want to close your eyes, but bring your attention to your body and ask yourself, where does your body want to have attention now? Which area? Which body part? Then decide and choose. And if you can and want, you can touch this part. So for me, it's somewhere in the lower back. Where is it for you? And now put mindful and compassionate attention to this body part in stillness still. And maybe something is happening under your hands on the inside, changing, developing, moving, inner movement. So allow this to happen. And start moving now, still sensing this area, have the tension there, mindfully and compassionately. Follow what would feel good. So the wisdom of the body is following what would feel good, what would be healing and helpful. We can find out by passionately listening and following. So what is this inner movement? Where does it come from? How does it want to be expressed? And allow this to be expressed as a full body movement also. So where does it come from in the legs? How does it spread in the arms? What is the head doing because of that? And while we are sensing and moving, there can also be thoughts, there can be emotions happening at the same time. So also perceive that mindfully and compassionately. Is this pleasant? Or is there a dark emotion somewhere? It's all good. What does it need to feel better? Good. Okay, and then come to a balanced position and take some steps again through the space. And let words come to you, like a poetic word. How was that? What did you experience? Whatever comes to you. Then we do a second round. Again, it's different now. Where does your body want attention now? Decide, choose. If you can and want, you can touch yourself there. Mindful and compassionate attention there. Sense in that way. Start from stillness, from outside stillness, so that we can listen to the inside movement. Is anything changing, adapting under your hands on the inside, in the alignment? And from that, slowly and gently again. Still sensing mindfully and trustfully, carefully. With a loving heart, compassionately. And looking for what would feel good or even better. And again, are there any emotions and thoughts coming and going while you are sensing and moving? Also perceive that mindfully and compassionately. And again, let this open up to full body movement. How does the other body parts, how do they want to adapt? Come into play, come into this healing dance. Find what is helpful and healing. Let your breath flow. What is going on? Good. What does the next moment bring? Okay, and again, take some steps through the space. And notice How are you? How are you perceiving yourself? And how are you perceiving the space now? Did anything change or not? And if something changed, what is it? And what was your experience? So again, let words come to you. What poetic words come to you to describe your experience? Good. And then let's come together now again. And I invite you to write 5 words in the chat, like a poetic list. So what was your experience?
Dieter, we almost need to finish.
Yes. So you can read then also what the others will write in the chat. Also, did you share my contacts? I do have a training and I also offer weekly classes. This is all in my contacts. So if it's in the chat, then it's good. And then I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, there's some good lists. Yes, great. And also read what the others write, because this makes a group support if you are listened to. My training is completely online because how I structured my method really relates to the new technology. So come and check it out. I hope to see you again, and I think that was it. Thank you, ISMETA, again for doing that.